The rise in religious discrimination against Muslims worldwide has provoked Muslim activists to move to raise public awareness against this phenomenon. Nazma Khan, a Bangladeshi national living in the U.S., has to the same effect launched World Hijab Day. Each year, on February 1, Khan's non-profit organization invites females of all faiths, backgrounds, and ethnicities to wear the hijab for a day in solidarity with Muslim women worldwide. Since its inception in 2013, more than 70 global ambassadors from over 45 countries have been involved, and women from around 190 countries participate in the annual event. Many believe the initiative would help break the false stereotypes about the religious head covering. But why is there so much discrimination against them, or is it against Islam?
The hijab is extraordinarily important, but the kind of ideas that inform not just hijab, but alternative ways of life that are trying to seek liberation and justice. This is something very important for all of us to really think about and understand. We've been told a lot of myths about how wonderful and equal and liberating the westernized world is. As somebody who's born and brought up there, I'm telling you, it's a sham. And I see much more liberation in many cultures around the world, which are seen to be traditional, than the things that I grew up in, studied in, and studied. World Hijab Day is one way of people being able to kind of break down barriers. But there are a lot of ways of thinking that we have to think about to move beyond, individual experiences of discrimination.
Advocacy groups have reported a rise in Islamophobia and hate crimes in recent years. According to a report, the number of anti-Muslim hate crimes in the U.S. rose 91% in the first half of 2017, right after the election of U.S. President Donald Trump. The report says that a Muslim woman's headscarf was a trigger in 15% of the incidents. Civil rights activists in the country are worried about the trend. They say that hijab makes women more visibly Muslim and therefore an easier target for Islamophobes. It appears that the nations in which attacks on Muslims are increasing need to do more to provide a better understanding about Muslims to their people. This is believed to help reduce hate crime attacks against the followers of this faith.
Let's not forget that Trump is just a more honest version of what this culture has been doing for a long time. So, the rise in hate crimes has been going up steadily even before Trump, and it would have gone up even if Hillary had been president. It's really not about those individuals. It's about the whole culture behind them. And so, therefore, it's clear that things are probably going to get a lot worse before they get better, sadly. But, we are believers, and we believe in and have hope and faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His justice. So, there will be justice one day. We just have to keep doing our bit in the right way to make sure that we get there. The rest is in Allah's hands.
Meanwhile, a Canadian politician earlier this week pushed for a national day against Islamophobia on the first anniversary of a mosque in the country that left 6 people dead. The initiative was taken by the Toronto City Councillor Nathan Sean, who said that it was meant to reject Islamophobia. Many believe that such moves need to be encouraged globally to help better protect Muslims against hate crimes.
When you've got kind of globalized, very destructive cultures being exported all over the world, and just ordinary people internalizing those, they become enemies of whatever they're being told is an enemy to them. Okay, it's being misrepresented by those elites who feel threatened by it. And ultimately, that's why a lot of people are being discriminated against for wearing or wanting to wear hijab.
The rise in Islamophobia has been a product of populism and growing far-right tendencies in Western communities. This is not expected to ease anytime soon, especially now when more migrants and refugees are moving to live in the West. Hate crimes against Muslims will therefore continue to rise, particularly in the absence of any serious efforts by states to reverse this.